Hi again. Alright, this is kind of a continuation of video number 125 because it's in the same chapter and it's about the same subject. It's an Alef Tavs treasure, and you see this Alef Tavs here that's a standalone. You see this Alef Tavs treasure that's a standalone. You see Asher, Aleph Shin Resh, Aleph Shin Resh, Bo, Bet Vav, and Bet and Vav, and Ha Naga. I can't see the vowel points to this camera. Ha Naga here, and Ha Naga here. Well, when there is an Alef Tavs treasure with standalone Alef Tavs and the exact same words next to it, I just can't help myself. I have to at least show you about them. So they are in Leviticus 13. This first one here is in verse 54, and the second one is in verse 57. And the English reads like this. But as we're reading this, every time I say plague or leprosy, mostly plague, think of the word sin and see if you can figure out what I'm getting at here. But verse 53 is where we will start. But if the priest examines it, and indeed the sin, we'll say sin, or plague has not spread in the garment, either in the warp or in the woof, or in anything made of leather, then the priest shall command that they wash the thing, which is not in there, Alef Tavs, in which is the plague, and he shall isolate it another 7 days. Then the priest shall examine the plague after it has been washed, and indeed, if the plague has not changed its color, though the plague has not spread, it is unclean, and you shall burn it in the fire. Alright. It continues eating away, the sin continues eating away, whether the damage is outside or inside. If the priest examines it, and indeed the plague has faded after washing it, then he shall tear it out of the garment, whether out of the warp or out of the woof or out of the leather. But if it appears again, so the sin or plague is washed out of the garment, and it is torn out of the garment. But if it appears again, if the sin appears again in the garment, either in the warp or in the woof, or in anything made of leather, it is a spreading plague. You shall burn it with fire, that in which is the plague. Alright, in this one, I'm kind of looking at these standalone Alef Tavs as brackets. I think Yeshua wants us to see that we need to be washed to be made clean. If the sin stays away, then that's great. We are clean. But if the sin is torn out of us or removed from us, if we're saved from this sin and it appears again, if we cave to this sin again, we shall be burned with fire. You kind of get what I'm getting at here? I'm not the best at explaining things, but hopefully you can look past my shortcomings and get what I'm trying to say here. But this is also in today's Torah portion, and I'm going to try to keep this under 5 minutes, so I better hurry up. Alright, thanks for listening again. Hope I explained it well enough. Blessings and Lahitraot.